know why?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Ben Rosa. Hi. Good morning. Welcome to 24 on 24 with Jess Machado, where I give you a breakdown of all events that happen inside the Karen Reed courtroom. Thankfully, that court case is over. Karen Reed is free, and we don't talk about that anymore. Unlike some people. How's it going? How's everybody? Me getting in and out of the parking lot at Bristol Aggie right now with all these boys with their trucks and these snow piles is insanity. How's it? Wait, where's the comments? Not even on the stage. Jesus, let's get our acts together here. Good morning. Confession time. I went and bought my new laptop, got my tablet, got my new phone, and I haven't switched my phone over to my new phone. So I am still operating off of my old phone because I don't like change. I could have a beautiful, nice new phone, fancy everything, and I am choosing to slum it with this old fucking Android because I don't like change. I'm crippled by the fear of change. So much so that a gorgeous brand new phone that I spent a lot of money on, like overall, like just, like I can't use it. I can't use it. I just want to let you all know that Ben Rosa sends me political gossip and tea, and I live for it. Like, Ben, just so you know, sometimes I won't even answer because I'm just so busy absorbing what you send me. But like, he just knows everything. There's that person in your world that just has the tea. Ben Rosa has the tea. Good morning to everybody. Yeah, so I'm like crippled with anxiety about switching over to my new phones. I don't even have my tablet with me because Georgia was like, you need a case for this tablet. And I was like, they have cases for tablets. So I just ordered a case for the tablet last night. I was up so late last night working on things for us because it's your content creator's favorite day of the week. It's Money After Dark. Do you know what I learned over the past like 48 hours? There are people that are talking about me and watching me that I didn't even know existed until a couple of days ago. Like didn't even know. We're 2 subs away from 10K. Nobody sub. Just leave it. If it doesn't happen on Bunny After Dark, I'll be so mad. I'm going to make you delete your shit. Don't sub to me. We need to hover at 9999. 9999. I don't know what it's like to be these content creators like Brian and Mike fucking Crawford, who are like hemorrhaging subs every day. They open their mouths. But this bitch got to 10K in less than 6 months. And believe me, I do my fucking homework. That's not fucking common. It's not, none of what I'm doing here is common. I get it. Some people think it's completely mediocre. That's because they're stupid and they don't know anything. Google, how long does the average person take to reach 10,000 subs on YouTube? And it's like years. There's that. Don't even go down the rabbit hole of how long it takes to earn $10,000 in a month from YouTube, because that's even longer. I get it. I get why people hate me now. But don't. I want you to succeed too. I want everybody on the Kirk Minahan network to earn money and have fun so that they can tell their wives that this isn't just a stupid hobby, that they can actually get a paycheck and buy their bitches something. I want them to be freed from the chains of their jobs so they can sit around and caress their dicks all day long and earn a living doing it. I don't gatekeep shit. I'll tell you all about how I'm doing it. I think the biggest misconception is that all I do is sit around and talk about Karen Reed shit. It's the opposite. I'm the only fucking person who doesn't. That's why I'm fucking got people listening, because people are tired of it. No offense, Karen. I hope you're doing well. I want other people to win. I want other people to do well. Cyber Chick Boston is here. I want her channel to do well. It's not a crazy notion. I didn't know this woman, and she's like, I'd like to mod, and I think it would help me get visibility for my channel. Yes, bitch, that's fucking creative. Sure thing. Do right by me and fucking use my fucking platform to grow your platform. You better have good content, Joe. You better step it up, because once they're there, you got to keep them. But why not? People like Brian LTL, who are going to dribble out information about court cases so that he can take one thing and he can get a couple views out of it, and then the next day get a couple more views out of it. Those people can't get views. They can't keep people engaged. They can't keep subs. And so they've got to do this because their brands are on life support. Now, I told everybody I live by it, and I think there's plenty of evidence. I live for my chat, okay? I care about my chat. I care about what's going on in my chat. Against all other notions, I added mods because I wanted people to pay attention when I am not paying attention, when I'm busy being the talent and the entertainment. I've trusted some people to mod for me, and if I miss something in the chat, my mods will text me or they will handle it. We all have a really great understanding of basically how I want things. And I love that for me. They're like, what do you want? And I say this, and they do it, and everything is running smoothly, with the occasional person that's getting upset that they get blocked or timed out or whatever. But whatever, we'll revisit it. But hold on. This is a little suspicious in this area driving. So I get that there's a lot of people that don't understand what's happening here. It's okay. It's okay. I will tell you, how could we not start with this? How could we not start with this? Yesterday, Kirk Minahan came back from a self-imposed hiatus and was talking, whether he's being prompted by these people or not, I don't know, to talk about the Nurse Kim crossover, which he was not happy about because it wasn't sanctioned by him. He's like, you can't use KMS because KM stands for Kirk Minahan, and Kirk Minahan had nothing to do with this shit, okay? So he shit on Nurse Kim. Then he called me a pig, attention whore, cunt. And I can't believe Kirk Minahan is even talking about me. I can't. I don't give a fuck what he says. Kirk Minahan, a fucking legend, is talking about me on his show. He's talking about the bunnies. They're talking about the bunnies on the Kirk Minahan show. We have fucking made it, whores. We have made it. And you know what? He's damn right. I am a fucking attention whore. I am also a cunt. Self-imposed description many times prior to them understanding who I am. Of course, Kirk goes on a rant. If you talk to Kane, that's his love language, he'll say. This is Kirk's love language. Don't worry about it. My biggest takeaway is Kirk was like, just keep my name out of your fucking mouths. Don't fucking bring me into it. Don't talk about me. So naturally, we will be talking about Kirk and interjecting Kirk into every single part of Bunny After Dark tonight in ways that only make sense. For example, my screen name today is Kirk's Favorite. If you're a member of the Jess Machado Show, you know that you get emojis to use. We have very special emojis that have been added. KMS emojis for the Kirk Minahan Show, and a Kirk Minahan emoji himself with his face. That's what Kirk wants. Kirk's not going to get it. And I don't give a fuck, actually, at all. Kirk Minahan's talking about me on his podcast. We have fucking made it. Family meeting, everybody. Hi, Mom. What's going on? Guess what? Kirk Minahan was talking about me, Jess Machado, on his podcast today. Oh my God, Mom, that is amazing. What did he say? Well, he called me a pig fucking cunt, but it's fine. I'll take it. Georgia starts crying. She's like, Mom. Also, unbeknownst to me, and apparently going on for quite some time, is this fucking degenerate fucking Pat Ford has had like an obsession with me for quite some time. That is extremely peculiar. Extremely peculiar. Now, I did the homework for you guys so you don't have to. Okay? I did the homework. So first of all, let's back up for a second. Do you recall me telling the story time and time again about how men calling women cunts, right? The very first time, remember I told the story? The very first time a man is like calling you a cunt, that's going to stink, right? You're going to be like, ugh. And I don't like that. I never liked the power that word had over me. And so, like with everything, I embrace it and then I make it mine and then it loses its power. So Kirk Minahan calling me a cunt on his podcast doesn't hit the way that they think it does. Do you know what I mean? By the way, Kirk said great things about Aiden, but he doesn't want anything to do with any of the other free Karen Reed people. The only thing that Kirk's just got wrong is like, I wasn't a free Karen Reed person. But I blame all of the people that surround him, all the fucking morons that are around him who don't do their job and don't say what's going on. He didn't do it on YouTube yesterday. Kirk is being temperamental. He probably has his period and he wants it to go back to old school radio. He has a problem looking at his face on camera. And so he wants it to just be audio. I get that. Hence morning 24 and 24s are camera free because I don't like looking at my face in the morning. I barely like looking at my face on Bunny After Dark and the Jess Machado Show. But I understand you guys are attached. I also think it helps with engagement. I like when I look less flattering than the regular average person. It's my gift to you to make you feel better about yourself. So he was just on his, so they do it on the Apple podcast and then they would do it on YouTube, but they didn't put it on YouTube because again, Kirk was being just insecure. It's fine. All girlies have days like that, Kirk. It's fine. Kirk forever. Kirk on everything. You made the biggest mistake. You should have never said it at all. Let's order a coffee.
Be right with you.
Is it worth listening to? No, I'll do it for you. Because I actually like it. But would I ask you guys to do it? No, because I know what my inbox is going to be like.
Thank you for holding. How can I help you?
Hi, can I do a large iced white chocolate pistachio made with whole milk?
Right, that's all.
That's it today.
You're all set.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I would not want you guys to go and do it. You're not going to like it. You're not going to like it. It's not for everybody. I hear the chat. You guys are you hate it. Tired of this shit. I will tell you, it's very obvious to me these people are trying to infiltrate the what's left of the Free Karen Reed movement because they're bored. They're bored. They don't have. Hold on. They don't like. They're just weird. Hi. Thank you. Okay.
That'll be right.
Thanks. First of all, did I just see somebody say, is this going to ruin Bunny After Dark? Absolutely not. I have a full grasp and understanding of the level of what we can talk about and what we can't talk about. I also have a way to do it. Like, please trust in me. Please trust. Listen, I have this platform. If you don't like KMS Focus, don't watch. I'll be leaving now because none of this is worth my attention. Never seen your face before. Thanks, babe. You too. Never seen this person in the chat before, ever. Don't know who this person is. No idea. It's not an airport. Great question. Where does that leave Kane? When do we revive KMS? Great question. We're already doing it. They were already talking about it. They were already like, well, first of all, where does that leave Kane? So these things, listen, first of all, you can't ignore this. It's part of what we do. We brought Kane on, and listen, this is my fault. I accept responsibility. I talked about this already. I have other things to talk about. Don't worry. Listen, I said, I'd love to come on any one of your sad, pathetic fucking shows that get no views as a charity thing. Like, let me come on. I want to be on a Kirk Minahan network show. You guys have fucking shitty content. Let me come on. I'm going to elevate. I knew I would do exactly what happened. I knew I would elevate whatever show that I was on. And no offense to Kane, but Kane was getting a couple dozen views. And then I came on and he got like 3,000. So I knew exactly, it wasn't like I was going to come on the shows and drag them down to the fucking depths of hell. I knew I would elevate it. I knew the bunnies would come entertain it. And I knew that he would get the views. Like, that's a win-win for me. You guys suck. You have no content. These shows fucking blow. Let me come on. Let me be funny and charming and sweet and make it something. And then you're welcome. It's a win-win for everybody. That's what I thought was going to happen. I didn't realize that these guys were such fucking bitches. Pussies beyond belief. Like, next level pussies. Menners connected me with Kane. Now Menners is like bitching and complaining that like it worked out. You did it. What did you do? You wanted me to go on a show so it would suck? I don't suck. I don't know what that means. Everything I do is good. And I mean everything. Including this. So, here's where it leaves Kane. And then listen, I did my research. I know that Kane says fucking shit like, oh, you know, certain people, like about Black people and stuff like that. First of all, I'm going to tell you right now, more than anything in this world, I'm First Amendment. I don't care if a white person calls me like a racist name. I don't care. I don't care. Words don't fucking hurt me, as you can tell. I don't care. I will say, Kane came on the show, and since he has come on the show, I haven't seen anything. If he starts doing shit, I've reserved the right to say, fuck off, Kane. You can't come on the show anymore. I don't need it. Here's where I'm at right now. Kane can't come on the show today. I have some things we need to handle with this, and that's it. What we're gonna do tonight, I like Kane, and we can like Kane, and I'm not pulling the plug on it, but I have some things that we need to do tonight. So naturally, to fuck with all of these people, like I thought, like originally, before all of this drama happened, just trust the process. Trust. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do right now, because I can never fucking keep a secret. I can't wait to open packages. I can't wait to tell secrets or surprises. I like to give gifts early. Like I've thought this out. It can't be bad. Listen, first of all, we're passing on Kane tonight. Can't come on. Because to be quite honest with you, I will be provoked to talk more about this, and I can't. So we can't do that. So that's the first thing. So no Kane tonight. Number 2, Kirk Minahan show emojis are now part of the Jess Machado show. If you would like to become a member, it's a simple flat rate. Thanks to Jimmy explaining this whole thing to me. And you get special Kirk Minahan emojis. I expect them to be used throughout the show tonight. If I don't see KMS little emojis in my chat, I'm going to be disappointed. And that's that. And then what we're going to do, well, originally my plan was to have Kane come on and to help us have like further depth in understanding like the hierarchy of like the Minifan network. I thought, let's have Kane give us a Horizon social chart for the Minifans. Like, give me all the names, Kane, and then like you rank them and give us like a 1-sentence piece about it. And then we screenshot it and we post it, and like then everybody can do their homework. No. Oh my God, people are already using the Kirk Minahan emojis. I'm fucking dead. Fine. See, we don't wait for unboxings till the show. Just use them right the fuck now. Oh my God, I fucking am dying. Thank you so much. So we're not doing that. We actually really don't care. What we're instead going to do is, I have researched all of these Minifans, right? The guys that have these shows that are getting 12 views. We're going to rank them all by looks. I'm going to put their picture up on the screen, and we're going to fucking rank them by how they fucking look. And that's it. And then there will be the top best looking guy, and then we'll have the bottom of the fucking barrel. I don't know if that's Pat Ford. It might be. It might not be. You don't get to see actions. You don't get to see movements. You're just going to see pictures that I submit when I share my screen, which I can now, thanks to all of you. And we're going to make a decision on who is better looking, who is more handsome. And if you're at the bottom and the bunnies think you're ugly, I don't know what to tell you. Now, I had to do some work. This is what I mean. Like, it's not too serious. I don't want you guys to do this work, but I had to go do some work. I had to watch a couple of shows. I had to figure out some names. So now we're going to fucking rank you based on your fucking ugly faces. Oh, I know. You all like fucking Ron. Everybody likes BBR. Well, I found someone else that's cuter. I'll show you all tonight. We're going to rank them all. And then that's it. And then there's one other small thing, but that's it. We're not going to let these fucking, and by the way, my mods, Like, we'll fucking block them from the chat. We'll make them scramble to go get their fucking burner YouTube accounts. We'll make them really fucking have to work to leave comments in the chat. Think you're going to get a free pass to come in here and fucking monopolize what we've built? Absolutely not. No, there's more guys here. So let's just fucking rank them. Let's rank them. Rank them. All right? Don't worry. It's going to be fun. That's what I mean. We're not going to take these people seriously. I will say, you know me, I like to do little skits, right? I like to do funny things. I come up with them on ceremony. It's legendary, right? Horizon social chart. They fucking talk about the Horizon social chart. I mean, it's taken on a life of its own. It's that good. I watched a show. Sir, are you gonna go? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? No, Plow. Absolutely. Take your motherfucking time. Block the whole fucking street. You need attention. It's obvious. Attention, whore, pig, cunt. I watched a show last night doing this recon work, and I gotta admit, I was fucking laughing. I was laughing. It was so funny. It was funny. There's some good content in there. These guys are all such weirdos. Anyway, so tonight's my favorite day of the week. It's Bunny After Dark. I love it so much. I wait for Wednesdays. And so we're going to have a great show. I absolutely promise you this will not dominate the show. I'm not sacrificing my time for this, but we are going to give it a little bit. Dear Diary, yesterday, Kirk Minahan used my name on his show. It's the best. Last night, I went to a Acushnet. Listen, the last thing I wanted to do last night was get dressed, like political dressed, cute little suit jacket with the gold buttons and some jeans and heels. Last thing I wanted to do. However, I'm dedicated to my candidate and my party. And so I drove out to Acushnet for the delegate selection process for the Acushnet Republicans. And it was actually really great. So basically, each city and town has to elect delegates to vote at the convention for their candidate for governor. In order to get on the ballot, you must get 15% of the votes at the convention and 10,000 signatures across the state to make it on the ballot. Okay. And so delegates are important to these candidates. They want these people to vote for them at the convention. But we have a very competitive race right now. We have 3 Republican candidates. So Acushnet is a small town. We're in Bristol County, and they'd like to have a representative from each campaign there to speak a few minutes and stump for the candidate. And so I was asked by the Keneally team, because I am in Bristol County, because Mike Keneally had a prior engagement, would I go to this caucus and watch the process and stump for Mike? And I have never done that before. I have spoken on behalf of local candidates who, I'm in a room with a bunch of people who live in my town or in Fall River, but I had never stumped for a gubernatorial candidate before. And I just want to let you know, I took that very seriously. And they said, would you like us to send over some talking points for you? And I was like, no, it's got to be like my thing. It's got to be, I can't can't use other people's words. I have to use mine, and it has to be relatable. And I like really practiced my speech. I mean, I really took time to do it over the past day, you know, in the shower, talking it out all the way on the drive there, going, hi, I'm Jess Machado. Some of you may know me from WBSM because WBSM was over in that listening area. So I like came up with this whole speech and I never got to use it. They never let anybody stump for the candidates. Not only that, Brian Shortsleeve, who is the actual candidate, he went all the way there and they didn't let him speak, which is kind of strange. I spoke with the chairman of the Republican committee and he was like, you know what, we're here doing a process for selecting delegates. I just didn't think it was the time. I don't know what him make that decision. We were actually on the agenda. It said 3 to 5 minutes of candidates. I don't know if that was maybe for the delegates if they needed, but I don't know. Like we were there and we didn't get to speak. So I'm kind of bummed I didn't get to do my speech because I worked very hard at it. So I want to say it. Can I do it? Like I'm asking the chat if I can do it. I'll do it in a minute or whatever. But anyway, it was really great was, you know, me walking into a room with a bunch of like people who are there. That's my element. I'm actually, all of these things are my element, but I'm so comfortable walking into a room like that. And I'm like, really like happy to be there. And I always feel like you never know who you're going to meet or who you're going to talk to or who you're going to see. And so I walk into the room. I'll give it to you in a second. So I walk into the room. It's at a VFW or an AmVets in a Cushnet. And I get there exactly 6 o'clock. Starts at 6. I get there at exactly 6 o'clock, but there's a couple of people ahead of me checking in. I don't know, there's like 30 people there or whatever. And I walk in and who do I see? But the producer for the Howie Carr show, Taylor Cormier. And obviously I know Taylor from when I worked at Howie Carr. And okay, so there's bad blood with Kathy Carr, right? She slapped a cease and desist on me, right? I've always maintained there's no bad blood. Well, there can be on their sides. I don't really know. But I'm not a fan of Kathy Carr, right? So I see Taylor there and I was like, huh. So I check in, I sign, they make me sign a paper. And I said, I'm here representing the Keneally campaign. And then she's, signed you in and you're like, okay. So you walk into the room and now, first of all, this is my element. Like, let's go fucking mingle, right? Let's go chit chat. Let's go shake hands. Me walking over to people and being like, hi, my name's Jessica. I'm representing the Keneally campaign. This is like a breeze for me. Like all day long and twice on Sunday, let me do this. Or even if I'm not representing a candidate, I'm just like, hi. I love meeting people. I love talking to people. I love politics. I just all of it. It's favorite fucking thing in the world. So I like say hello to someone I don't know. And I, walk right over to Taylor and I'm like, hey, how's it going? And he's like, how are you? And I was like, how are the kids? He's got a baby now. He has 3 kids and we're just like talking politics and totally fine. Like no issue for me whatsoever. And then I'm standing off to the side. Oh, and I speak to Brian Shortsleeve and like had just a great conversation with Brian Shortsleeve. I really like Brian. I actually really wish Brian would just drop out and be Mike Keneally's lieutenant governor. This makes the most sense for me. So that way I get what I want with these candidates, but it's not happening, I guess. But anyway, very happy to see Brian. And I love talking to him. He's a very nice man. So everybody sits down and they're getting ready to start the process. And former Sheriff Tom Hodgson, his wife Joanne, is the state committee woman. So she's the Kayla Churchill for that district. So she is essentially running this caucus. And it's her first one, and she's doing a really great job, and it's a slow process, and we're just navigating through it, very transparent and all this stuff like that. And so as I'm standing there, a man comes over to me and he's like, "You're Justin Machado, right?" And I went, "I am." And he's like, "My wife and I are huge fans of yours from your BSM days." And he said who he was, and I don't want to. Well, I mean, his wife is Tracy Blanchard, who was one of my favorite listeners on WBSM. And again, like Acushnet is near New Bedford, where the station was, Fairhaven. And just first of all, just to meet him, just knowing who his wife is, and he's a fan as well. Like, oh, it was so great. I was just like, oh, great. So talking to him, and he, we're watching the process together. In the meantime, I'm running through my head like my speech, and like trying to make sure I do it with like a level of comfort and like doesn't come off too forced or whatever. And then the delegate selection is done, and then they like adjourn the meeting, and I'm like, wait, are we not gonna get to talk? I was so disappointed. And I saw Brian short sleeve like looking around, and I was just like, so I go over to the guy who's here for Mike Minogue, and I was like, "Oh, are we not talking?" And he's like, "Nope, no, we're not talking." I was like, "Oh, I thought we were." He goes, "No, no, no." And I was like, "Okay, dude, relax. It's okay." And I went over and spoke with the chair, and he's like, "Yeah, listen," he's like, "we're doing business here. I just didn't think it was the right time." And I was like, "I don't know, dude. Fucking Brian Shortsleeve drove all the way here. You should have let us talk." Anyway, he didn't. So I didn't get to say my speech. But I was really excited to do it. Hi. Good evening. I'm Jess Machado. I am the chairwoman of the Somerset Republican Town Committee. I'm a lifelong Republican, registered at the age of 18 and never looked back. Some of you here may know me from my time at WBSM as host of the Jess Machado Show and South Coast Tonight. You may also recognize me from my investigative journalism work surrounding the migrant crisis when I worked at Fall River Reporter and New Bedford Guide. And as an independent journalist, some of you may know me from my work inside the courtroom on the Karen Reed trials 1 and 2. I'm here tonight representing Mike Keneally. That's how it would go. I'm not going to get into it. We're not doing politics. Everybody, I get a 50-50. Some people are like, I love politics. I love when you talk politics on the morning show. And some people are like, please stop with the politics. I don't know. That's how it starts. Listen, I broke this down in such a great way for you. Mike Keneally has private, public, nonprofit, and educational experience. That is like his toolbox. That's the best way to explain it. And that's how I was going to talk about it. He had private experience as a financial bro, right? And he had a career in finance. So that's the private sector. He worked in a private sector in finance and was very successful. And after that, he went to education, and he went to the Lawrence School District, and he turned that school district around and saved it from going into receivership. And he was able to cut costs. He was able to chop through those union contracts, and he was able to increase the graduation rate. Right. And when people are like, okay, so like, what's the big deal? Who cares? So I was going to say this last night, like we're in Acushnet, right? So you go to your annual town meeting and you have to vote on your budget. Well, last year's municipal budget, your education expenses, like were 58% of your municipal budget. More than 58% of your tax dollars in your whole town of Acushnet are spent just on your school district and your school department. So does it matter that you have it being run efficiently? Does it matter that there's cost saving measures in place? And does it matter that you're getting what you actually pay for? It does. And Mike Keneally was able to go to the Lawrence School District, completely turn that school district around, and keep it out of receivership. There's this really great program that President Trump has come up with to kind of subsidize the education programs in states, including Massachusetts. And that will give money for students who want to go to a private school, who may need tutors to help subsidize the public education that they should be getting here in Massachusetts. Maura Healey has not opted into that because she's getting pushback from the teachers union naturally, because the teachers union only cares about the teachers union and not about the student. And so Mike Keneally will be opting in on that on day one. However, that is not a fix-all for this whole situation. And his understanding in depth of the public school system and how to fix it is actually unmatched between these three candidates. So we've already talked about private, where he worked in finance. We talk in education, where he turned around a school district. And now he has that. Like, he has that blueprint to share with his administration to try to like improve other school districts. Third is nonprofit. Then he went and was the CEO of the Greater Boston Boys and Girls Club. So now you're looking at, I went to Boys and Girls Club when I was a kid. My parents worked, and they needed a safe place to send us for summer camp so that they could go and do their jobs. And he understood that there are children there that need guidance, they need inspiration, they need consistency. And being the CEO of Boys and Girls Club, to me, that's nonprofit experience, but it's also experience in, helping children who are not getting everything that they need and making sure that they get that. And I think that is just a checkbox on the resume that, again, is so necessary when you're looking like for a leader. And then lastly, it's political. He worked as a part of Governor Charlie Baker's cabinet as the secretary to housing and economic development. And so now we've got like all of these things, right? So it's private, public, nonprofit, and education. And it's unmatched. So, and then I was going to talk about a couple of other things, but anyway, like the MBTA Act, which a lot of people are like, well, he was there when it was implemented. And I'm like, okay, dude, he didn't vote for it. he just worked there. Like, all of your other legislators voted for it. So anyway, we'll talk about it in another time. Nobody wants to hear about that. Want to hear, though, something interesting? It's political, but it's also kind of gossipy. So yesterday I'm home and my phone rings. I don't know. I pick up all the calls. So phone rings and I pick it up and I hear, "Hi, Jess. It's Mike Minogue." And I'm like, "Hi, how's it going?" And he's like, "Good. How are you?" So if you don't know, Mike Minogue is a candidate running for governor, and not the Mike I like. What the fuck is going on in my chat? Get rid of these people. Like, we don't need this fucking drama. It's what's going on. Are these sub conversations and bullshit happening? So stupid. Fucking weirdos. Do I pick up all the calls? He called my cell phone. We do have a home phone line. One you like to know. Oh, listen, James Jackson is here. If you don't want to see what James Jackson says, block him. That is my number one thing I'm telling you. If you don't like what you see from James Jackson, block him. I'm not blocking him. He's allowed to come into the chat. He can say what he wants. My mods know exactly at what point and what threshold we need to boot somebody. And even then, it's only temporary. Just chill the fuck out and relax. It is fucking Wednesday. It's Bunny After Dark. Well, don't do your little fucking heart hand signs. I still think you're a fucking menace, but I'm not going to have people block you. First Amendment for life, yo. I know it's not for everybody, but this is my space, and I'm not going to block people like that. It's fine. Just block myself. So Mike Minogue calls me and I'm like, "How's it going?" And he's like, "Good." He's like, I'm just calling to see if I can, get your support." And I'm like, no, no, I'm not. I would like to, I'm going to hang out with my my candidate, you know? And he's like, well, you know, like, and I guess like this is part of his campaign is to like call like maybe people with a little bit of influence or leaders in the Republican in their own communities and I'm not the first person he's called. I'm not going to be the last. This is a thing. He's making the calls, right? And also like I'm going to be a delegate. So like making these calls or whatever. I got to give him credit. Calling me is crazy. I'm clearly constantly talking about Mike Keneally. I've publicly endorsed him. But we kind of got into like a fucking back and forth about stuff. And like, I'm here for that. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. Did you think it was going to be like a very simple, generic phone call? Because I'm going to ask some questions, you know? And so he, you know, asked me about, you know, me supporting Mike. And I was like, well, there's just some things about, you know, that I really like. And of course, I was going to be stumping for him. So, you know, practicing my speech, I was like, you know, what he did in the Lawrence School District is pretty admirable. And he's like, well, my wife and I, we help pay for schools to open. And, you know, the Saint John of God or something school actually has better test scores than the Lawrence School District. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, is that like your thing? Like, so Mike Minogue is like a multi-millionaire, maybe even a billionaire. And I'm sorry, but like you're building or financing Catholic schools, which is wonderful. As you know, I am a Catholic school girl, right? Like you're running for governor of Massachusetts and you're talking to me about how you are assisting or raising money or financing private schools being built. So to me, that means that you are thinking that the public school system sucks. He told me that they homeschooled their children. Okay, so public school system isn't good enough for your kids. You're homeschooling, you're financing and helping build other alternative options for education. What about the public school system? What about the regular average person like myself who cannot afford to privatize education, who cannot stay at home and teach my children? What about the public school system? And I was just so blown away about like what seems to be like a real like investment in like outside of public education as it is. And I'm going, doesn't like you're missing the point here. Like we have a public school system that our tax dollars are appropriated for, that we must spend on our public schools. We can't just say, you know what, it's so bad over there. We're just going to go and make alternative paths. We've, you know, I guess admirable. You can say, well, we really care about the education, so we want to give these other options. No. As a taxpayer whose last child is about to phase out of public education, now what I care about is, are my tax dollars being appropriately spent in a school district now? Because now I felt that way before, but like, so are we just going to leave that as a mess and go and you know, build new Catholic school? Like I've never seen anybody go all in on something and not see it how like everybody else, you and everybody else would be like, okay, great. So let's just get this straight. So like, say it's Somerset, okay? Somerset has a public high school and say it sucks, right? And it's not doing well, but it's still taking up like a huge chunk of our municipal budget, right? Somerset, I believe, is close to 60%, or it's over 60% of our fucking tax dollars go to our school district. So it sucks. People aren't happy. There's bullying. There's no programs. The graduation rates are in the fucking toilet. Sucks so bad, blah, blah, blah. Mike Minogue is just like, listen, we want to opt into this Trump program where you can get money and you can get scholarships to go to a Catholic school. Oh, well, we don't have a Catholic school. That's great. Me and my wife have a foundation. We're going to build one. And you build a Catholic school that gets funded by federal dollars, right? For, I don't even know how that whole thing works. Fine. Great. So some kids are going to go there and it's going to be the best school ever, right? It's amazing. It's great. What about this school that sucks so bad that every fucking year we still have to go back and appropriate tax dollars for? Do you want to fix that? Do you want to fix that, or you just want to leave that alone and you let it sit there and rot and get worse and keep hemorrhaging money? No thanks. So we had a little back and forth on the phone. I was like, I don't want to debate with you, but like, I'll debate with you. You know? Pat Ford has a crush on me. Listen, if I showed Pat Ford my baseball, hockey, and football card collection, his dick would get so hard. Good morning. Anyway, yesterday was a little political day. It was great. I have been crippled with anxiety about my children driving in the snow. And my son and I got into that argument yesterday, and he was like, I just want to fucking go to school. Stop fucking putting this anxiety on me. And I was like, okay, it's fine. Just go. Just go. At what point in my life will my fear and anxiety about my children's safety ever subside? Oh, never? Great. Love that for me. Love that for me. Can I just say, anytime I talk to Aiden Turtle Boy Carney, where I'm trying to like just navigate through all of the fucking drama that's going on, I always say to him, remember the fucking shit you did with Monica Cannon Grant? Remember the work you put in? You literally took down the biggest grifter in the state of Massachusetts through detailed reporting. That's his coverage of the Monica Cannon Grant stuff back in 2020, 2021, 2022. It is some of my favorite work by him. And last night, he revisited that on his show. And I'm going to tell you something. Take the Karen Reed situation away. I know you can't, but just take the whole Karen Reed story and everything. Take that away. Pre-Karen Reed, Aiden Carney is the best investigative journalist in the state of Massachusetts. The work that he was doing, the arc of his career, okay, the ratchets were there, the food stamp shit was there, like that's fine. But like ultimately, he was morphing into being one of the best investigative journalists in the state of Massachusetts, and he became it, in my opinion. What he exposed through the Monica Cannon Grant story, and if you haven't and you're not familiar with it, go to his stream last night and watch it. I was absolutely shocked. He put up a poll and he asked how many people had been familiar with the Monica Cannon Grant story. And I thought it was like 60% didn't know. I could not fucking believe it. This story about this woman and how all the politicians in the state of the Commonwealth were basically sucking the dick of this woman and handing her money and doing, pressers with her. And all the while she was robbing people. And at the same time, saying some of the most racist shit you have ever heard. You want to call me a racist? I don't even know why, because I'm Kane adjacent. You want to call me a racist? This woman literally said that a black woman was sleeping with a white man just to get a better credit score. Like, it was crazy. Monica Cannon Grant is like next level racist. And God bless Turtle Boy. I pledge allegiance to all Turtle Boy things, because what he did there was basically never stopped writing the stories. And what made it even better for me when he was writing these is like the Democratic politicians in this state continued to just ignore him. And they see his shit. They didn't take him seriously. They ignored him. They were like, we don't care. Like, you think Joe Kennedy would have just been like, maybe I should back the fuck off of these people. Maybe I should not be at a presser with Monica Cannon Grant in the background. But he did it anyway. And this is just, I'm so glad that he highlighted it. I'm so glad he talked about it. It's good work. It's really, really good work. It's the essence of what he does. And back then, his personal life was none of your fucking business. Okay. And what was happening in his life back then had nothing to do with what he does. Now, I get it. The bigger you get, the more high profile, the more visibility, all of those things come into play. Listen, it's why I talk about my life, because it's eventually going to happen anyway. But the essence of what he is was on full display during that time. And I'm so glad he revisited that and basically put on a clinic and reminded all of the people and all of the haters of not only what he's done, but what he's capable of. Those stories, those circumstances still exist in Massachusetts. There's dozens and dozens of stories like that he could take on and he could extract and build and put together for you. And he's capable of that. I personally feel, in my opinion, in the opinion of Jessica Bunny Machado, my opinion is that I think a natural progression away from Karen Read would have happened, but it has been stunted by the relationship drama that he has with Meredith O'Neill. And it has got him completely in a chokehold. I think every single solitary day, there is more drama in regards to his relationship, and that has him kind of stunted. He can't move past it. We talked about this, how I kind of have writer's block. The post Karen Read trial world, for people who lived it and who were in it, and those of you who were not covering it, you were just there as supporters or observers, you also feel it too. You certainly hit a point where you're like, okay, it's time to move on. But I think for people who were there and covering it, it was such a big part of your life. How do you really acclimate yourself to a life without it when it was your content for so long? And not only that, it was your money-making content for these people. You know what I mean? It was how you made a living, and it was how you made a lot of money. So these people like Brian and Mike Crawford are crashing out because that gravy train stopped. By the way, that is a conversation that people who hated Karen Read supporters were saying for a long time. The gravy train is going to stop. This shit is going to come to an end. The grift is going to be over, and these guys are going to be up the fucking creek without a paddle. It's come to fruition. That has happened. Brian had an opportunity to pivot his brand, and he didn't. Mike Crawford, he sucks so bad there was no brand to pivot over to. Brian could fake it like he has done with everything, but it ended. And if you can't turn it around, and you can't, well, I guess there's no chance to, because neither one of them are interesting. But you can't turn it around. And so now what do you have? You're just lost. You've got nothing. And they don't know how to go back to their regular lives because they miss the money and they miss the attention. Because as much as I am attention whore, pig, cunt, they are the worst. So they don't know what to do. I'm not in that category because I didn't start this until well after. I didn't make any money off of that shit. And Aiden, I think, again, he's one of the few that could have gone back and pivoted, but the situation with Meredith has just got him in such a fucking chokehold. He can't, so he's got to get past it. He's got to get past it. And I thought last night was a really great step in that direction. Bring us back to the olden days. Some good old politicians in Massachusetts that are fucking up. And it's an election year, sir. Come back and re-enlist in the political army. We need ya. Thanks. Oh, Mike Crawford sucks so fucking bad. Oh, it was such validation. Like, can I just say something, please? Can I say something? Okay. In the presentation last night, he brought up like Mike Crawford on a show, right? And they were talking, who was on the show? Like, was Monica Cannon Grant on the show or whatever? Like, I have been saying this for forever. Mike Crawford is a fucking liberal fascist, and he had no business being on a conservative network like Howie Carr. And shame on Kathy Carr for even bringing him on for the clicks and for the views, and to kind of like get some of the free Karen Read people over when the free Karen Read shit had dried up. To slap in the face to conservatives that Mike Crawford was ever on there. I said this 1,000 times. I wasn't jealous of Mike fucking Crawford being on Howie Carr. I hated that he was on there for my party and for my political views because he's a Trump-hating fucking dick. He had no business being on there. Might as well just have fucking Hillary Clinton on. It's like that bad. Just fucking have Michelle Obama on too while you're at it. So yeah, what I was going to say is I just want to let you know I'm always right when it comes to people. Right? I've always like I came out about Brian and everybody was like, fuck this bitch and like unsubbed. You know, they were like, no, you're all back. Good morning to all of you. You're back. I know you are. I know you know I'm right now. He has shown you what I have known. Right? And same thing with Mike Crawford. Now you know. Now you've seen it. Maybe you need a little bit more. Now you need to see the cards. Every single solitary person in this arena that I ever fucking open my mouth and talk about, I have been right about. And I will be right about everybody else. You'll see. Come back to this one day. And you're going to be like, oh yeah, I remember. It's happening right now in real time. You guys know it and I know it. Oh, Cryford doesn't want me covering Kelsey Fitzsimmons. Listen, you and we have talked about this. I was as surprised as anybody to be on the receiving end of the email from Attorney Bradle's team. Courtney Healy sent me a copy. My Venmo, I always forget. Here's my Venmo. Grift for life. So I was just as excited as anybody to open my email and see an email from Tim Bradle's team, and attached was the video of Kelsey Fitzsimmons. As you know, I came back, I saw, you know, it was after December, and I was just like, okay, the goal was to build the YouTube channel. Let's get it going. Let's get the platform 6 months. We put the Substack on hiatus. We put all these court reporting things on hiatus. We're focused on show content and building this base in this community, right? Check, done that, done. Now let's go back. Now let's go back and revisit things. Let's take a look at what's going on with Kelsey Fitzsimmons. Oh, Mike Crawford is the face and the fucking person covering this, and he sucks so bad. It's like, put up the fucking bat signal. I will come out and I will fucking handle it. You're welcome. So I go and shoot my shot. I send a message to Tim Bradle and I'm like, here are some questions for Kelsey. I'd love to do a printed interview with her. And you all know I got no response. After that was her hearing. And listen, basically being ignored and basically in no words being told, we're not interested, not even with a response. I still didn't use that as a distraction or to stop me from going to covering the court hearing. I actually believe you need a woman covering this case, and it needs to be someone who can do it fairly. And it's not Mike Crawford, right? And it's not Brian LTL. And so, you know, do I want to drive all the way the fuck out there? Absolutely not. You know, it took me an hour and a half to get out to that court. Oh, pain in the ass. But I got out there and I felt great going, even it was short. Happy to be there, happy to do it. I'm not even happy. Felt great to do it, to be honest with you. And was like, you know what? I'm not going to have any inside tracks. I'm not going to have any inside access like I had at the beginning when I was friendly with Courtney. But it doesn't matter. I'm still going to push through it and I'm going to do it. So when I got that email and that video of the home surveillance was included, I was so happy. I was like, I'm so happy I can share this with everybody. And I got the email like a half hour later than when it was sent because I was busy, and I opened it. I put it on my Twitter account. And by the way, other news organizations got it. Aiden got it. Crawford got it. Whatever. All these people got it. Is it my fault that mine got 1.3 million views? Yeah. People like me covering shit. I don't know what you want. Everybody had the same video. How did I get 1 million views? I have no fucking idea. Cry about it. Cry about it, Crawford. Cry. And I love, like, I don't think Brian shared it because, again, like, that's a telltale sign. Like, he's like, oh, Crawford, that's your case. Like, you cover that. You guys can't gatekeep a fucking case. I would never in a million years. Like, you can't do that. It's a public fucking case. Quite honestly, I think it's an attempted murder case. But what do I know? You can't gatekeep this shit. Fucking weirdos. It's a court case. So, oh, and the 1.1 million views went right up Pat Ford's ass. He put up like a post and he tagged like all these news outlets, and he was just like, basically, like, you better fucking cover this because I can't believe Jess Machado got 1 million views on this. Welcome to the fucking show, Pat Ford. That's not the only time I've ever gotten 1 million views on a post. It's like the 5th time. Fuck out of here. I had stories that were covered by Libs of TikTok and the Daily Mail. What are you talking about, weirdo? Clown shows. It's almost like they don't even know who they're dealing with. You like, do you think it's just Money After Dark? Do you? I absolutely reserve the right to gloat. I absolutely reserve the right to run my mouth about these people. I absolutely reserve and deserve the right to say exactly what I'm saying right now. Mike Crawford literally has said I shouldn't be covering a fucking case. Who the fuck are you to say that I shouldn't be covering a case? You know what? I didn't wear dirty fucking pants at the courthouse, weirdo. Also, like, nothing for nothing, and I'm not a feminist by any stretch of the imagination. As you know, I spend my Sundays fucking cooking. But doesn't it make more sense to have a mother covering a case about a mother who got shot and had her baby taken away from her while she was suffering from postpartum depression? Doesn't it make a little bit of sense that maybe Mike Crawford, who has no children, thank fucking God, and whose whole life is fucking the weed industry and fucking hating Trump, doesn't it make more sense to have someone covering this that understands it? Like, I won't say he can't cover it. You can, but like 90% of the viewers here on Twitter, Mike, your viewers, my viewers, are women. We don't think you have. What makes you some sort of advocate for Kelsey Fitz? What the fuck do you know, dude? Do you know what it's like to fucking hold a baby? Jesus. Ugh. Blech. Blech. And I would never say that they can't cover it, but I'm covering it and you can't stop it. Weirdos. Weirdos. They have had girlfriends. Sure, they have. Liberalism is a mental disorder. It 100% is. You gotta keep that in mind. Brian is asexual with politics, as he is with absolutely everything else in his life except pocket squares. Um, you like Mike? That's great. Mike Crawford lied. Mike Crawford lied and said that I made him pay me to be on his show. And he fucking lied. And so, sorry. That's, unless there's some sort of like public fucking apology where he's like, yeah, I wasn't being honest about that, then we continue to keep him below the line on the Horizon social chart. What else is going on? Let's read some of the chat. How are your seagull friends? I can't go down there because it's slippery and I don't want to slide into the Taunton River. Thank you so much. I will say, I have not talked to my husband since yesterday morning, if anybody cares about that at all. We got into a fight yesterday in the morning simply because I, at the wrong time and didn't gauge his irritability when I got downstairs, and made a case that he needed to dig out an area for the dogs to walk to go to the bathroom. And Jeff and I argued over that. And he is exhibiting behaviors that I don't like. And I attempted to mend. Well, first of all, it's very interesting. I'm sure you all know this if you're married or whatever. But I felt, okay, so it's basically the best way I can say it is this. I came in peace and completely normal fucking household conversations. Came downstairs in the morning, if you missed it the other day, came downstairs in the morning and I said, I think you need to shovel a pathway and kind of like a circle area for the dogs. It is too high for them. I haven't seen Reagan move his bowels, and Quincy took a shit on the porch. And I feel like it's just causing them anxiety. They can't go out into the yard. And Jeff was getting ready for work, filling up the dog's bowls and stuff like that. And he like snapped at me and he was just like, they're fucking fine. This happens all the time. I'm not fucking shoveling for them. And I was like, I know, but like, I think you need to shovel for them, Jeff. Like, it's like, I don't know, like, yes, okay, they can handle it, but also like, why? Like, can we just fucking carve out some time and shovel out a path for them or whatever? And Jeff like snapped at me and I was just like, don't fucking start my day like that. Who are you to like bring this level of anger like first thing in the morning? You know, I wake up every day, I'm like the best mood, like we got another day, everybody's healthy. This is supposedly for me the best time of my life right now, like professional. Like, why are you fucking raising your voice at me and snapping at me? And so we got into a back and forth. I mean, honestly, it was no more than like 2 or 3 minutes. But like, I was pissed. And maybe I mentioned something about his fucking guitar playing. And I was like, this fucking time for you to play the guitar, but you can't go and fucking shovel for these fucking dogs. So then I left. And when I came back, he was gone. And when I came home, I fucking shoveled a whole path for my dogs. And I understand there's a lot of shoveling. Everybody has that plight. And my son helps and it's fine. However, I don't ask my husband to fucking organize all of the fucking totes in my basement. And I don't ask my husband to like cycle out all of the fucking bed sheets and fucking donate all this. Like, I do women things. Jeffrey does men things. And I do not shovel. Sorry. So, by the way, I would have done it anyway. But the fact that he snapped at me in the morning, I just don't fucking like it. So we got into this argument. So then we didn't see each other because he was working and I was upstairs working. He came home and literally within a few minutes, I was going to leave. So instead of coming downstairs and risking getting into an argument before I went to my event, I texted him the schedule. And I was like, Jack is heading to work. I am going to this event. This is where I'm going. This is the time I'll be back. I will handle dinner for the family when I come back. If not, like, you guys can eat this, and this in the house or whatever, blah, 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 blah. And so I never interacted with Jeff. I went to my event. I came home and he was sitting on the chair when I came in. And I went over to him and I said, I am sorry about this morning. And it's not reciprocated. He said, I need the keys to the car. And I went, are you not going to like reciprocate? Are we not going to move past this? And he was like, I need the keys to the car. And I gave him the keys to the car and he got up and he started heading towards the door. I'm assuming he just had to go to the store or something like that. And he's like, and I canceled my guitar lessons. And he closed the door and he left. And I went, here we fucking go. I said one thing about the guitar lessons and now he is a victim and now he can't do his guitar lessons. Sure. So now I'm going to have to finesse him. I am going to have to cradle his ball sack. I'm going to have to bring him back from this place of discontent and pouting and bullshit. And to be quite honest with you, if I did nothing at all, by Friday at 5:00, when he was in weekend-cations mode, it would automatically fucking like resolve itself. But I don't like living like this, so I'm gonna have to fucking suck his dick just to fucking get him back to fucking normal. Not literally, figuratively. So stupid. I don't have time for it, dude. I don't have time for it. So that's where we're at right now. But I'm sure all of you fucking cunts will send them Venmos and make them feel better. Don't even do it. I got a box in the mail yesterday. A big box. By the way, a box came in and like I opened it one day and I completely fucking, somebody moved it and put it on the side of my bar and I didn't know where it was. And yesterday I saw it and I was like, holy shit, we never showed this unboxing. So we have that. But I got a box from Miss Walsh, who's in the chat, Jess Walsh, and I opened the top of it and I stopped before I even looked. And I see a package of Marlboro Lights in it. And I'm like, this bitch sent a package of Marlboro Lights for Jeff. And I'm fucking dying. I don't know what else is in there. I just closed it back up. I was like, this'll be worth, this'll be worth waiting for. And I got a bunch of other unboxing as well. Also, all I did was say on my show the other day that Bay Harbor Beauty, the gel that I use, I was like ending it and one just showed up at my house. I've recognized that this is also what makes haters hate me so much is that people are so generous and kind to me. And maybe you guys should stop being generous and kind to me. Because it really pisses people off. I will say this. I was watching like one of the shows from the Minahan Network. Because again, I'm doing recon work. I'm looking, right? Nothing seems to piss these people off more when I get fucking super chats and Venmos. I don't understand why. I grew up in the era where Aiden gets turtle chats. Like, is that not? I learned from the others. Like, I'm the last one to get into this platform. Like, I am just following what everybody else has done. It goes up these guys' asses so fucking sideways that people pay me super chats and Venmos. I have never seen, they had a whole conversation about it. Pat Ford is like fucking obsessed. It gets him so mad. This is why Kane was so crazy about his Venmo. He knew what these, he knew what these people were like. And he was like, I'm not fucking touching that. But somehow, some way, like it makes them upset. It makes them upset. Good luck tonight. Because the bunnies were very generous the last Wednesday. I don't understand. So my thing is like, I think going back to it, I think like people are very jealous of how generous the bunnies are. I will say, I absolutely love that they talk about the bunnies, like that you guys are a thing. Like my chat is like a thing. The bunnies are a thing. You're talked about. Kirk Minahan said the bunnies. Kirk fucking Minahan said bunnies on his show yesterday. You've made it too. We're here together. All right. What time is it? Oh my God, we only did this for an hour. Jesus Christ. Do we just get back in the car and we drive around? We can't. We can't. All right. What else is going on? Anything I need to know about? What am I missing? I can't read these chats. Hold on. Somebody's saying 90 minutes left. That's a little better. There. We did it, Tommy. Did I see Grant last night on the Glare? How many motherfucking times do I have to tell you? Grant is a psychopath. I want nothing to do with that man. I know people sent me, somebody said, like, Jess, get over here. I don't fucking care. Grant is crazy. Grant is crazy. I want nothing to do with that guy. Nothing. Kane is not on tonight. If Kane's listening, unfortunately, I can't have Kane on tonight. We have some other KMS stuff to do, and Kane can't be there for that because he'll catch strays from it, no doubt. Josie Lou sent me 2 super chats. Don't do that, Josie. Save it for when Pat Ford is watching so he can get angrier. Yeah, I have no interest in watching Grant. I'm not giving him the views because I'm going to tell you something. It's going to flip back again to where he was, and he was crazy, and he's going to turn. Do you all remember? Do you remember when Aiden was in jail and we were in Dedham District Court, and I was there covering the case, and Aiden comes upstairs in fucking handcuffs and shackles, and Grant Smith Ellis couldn't get his fucking phone out fast enough and was like pushing in front of me to hurry up and get that picture to post it all over the fucking internet of Aiden Carney in fucking cuffs making a kissy face at him. Do you remember that? How fucking loyal are you people? How loyal are you? If Aiden is fucking okay with him and the temperament is fine, maybe it's because it's better for fucking Grant to be on his side than it isn't. I don't really fucking care about these people. I know where I stand. I was there that day. It was the first day I met Grant. And I remember Grant like jumping up in front of me, getting his phone ready, his hands shaking and like sweaty and gross, getting that fucking kill shot picture and posting it all over fucking social media saying shit about fuck you, dude. The guy's in cuffs after being fucking wrongly put there to begin with. And you guys want to fucking talk to Grant Smith Ellis? No. I carry fucking grudges. I'm fucking loyal and absolutely not. Will wants to have him on a show. Great. Dumb. Stupid. I'd rather fucking watch Clubber for 4 hours. No, I would not listen to anything Grant said. I have a restraining order on him. If I'm in a public place with Grant, I'm not comfortable. Simple as that. I avoid him at all costs. I don't go to his social media. I don't engage. I don't watch when he's on shows. I have like an issue with this person. And I do not understand why we forget that. It's the same shit with fucking Lindsay Gattani. Fuck that. No. And you want to push back on me for the Kate Peter interview? I'm not fucking stupid. It was my very first show. I needed to do something insane and crazy to get people thinking and talking about Jess Machado is launching a show. What the fuck is she bringing to the table? That was my biggest show. My first show was my biggest show. I brought all the fucking people. I had Amy Carnevale, who's the chairwoman of the Mass GOP. I had on Paula Prado, who was a juror from the Karen Reed trial. And I had fucking Kate Peter on. I built that show to be exactly what it was. Like all guests, kind of polarizing people. And I knew it would get the views. I knew the haters would get the views. I knew what it was going to be. I'm not saying I loved it. I've talked at length about my interview with Kate Peter and why I didn't push back and I didn't ask certain questions. It was my first live show. I was worried she was going to drop. And then what the fuck was I going to fill my time with, right? Hindsight's 2020. I don't think I needed that. Maybe I didn't need to make a splash and I could have fucking eased in it. But whatever. I'm not going back on that. It's fine. Like if people feel like they need to make their moves for the show, I'm not going to judge, but I'm not fucking watching. Absolutely not. And if you're going to ask me about it, I'm going to tell you why. Okay. Worked on me, kept coming back, and now I always check what Jess has to say. Listen, I always have my opinions on everything, and I like to share them. Been doing this for a long time. Just so happens that some people agree with me now, and also some people like to listen, and maybe they don't agree. And now I also have a bunch of people that don't like me. I also enjoy that too. Moons over my hammy using the Kirk emojis is life to me. So is tonight's Bunny After Dark all about KMS? The answer is absolutely not. We are going to do one segment where we are going to rate all of the men in the KMS circle by their looks only. I'm going to share their faces on the screen and then we're going to rank them. And I've already thought about how it's going to go. It's a very simple system. So you're going to get one picture, right? And then you're going to say, here's your start. Here's your baseline. And then you get the next picture and then is he going below or above that person? Okay. Then the next person, is he going above or below that person? And it's just going to work that way. And we're just going to rank them all by their looks. You don't know anything. You know their names and what they look like. And that's it. And then we have our fucking list based on just their fucking looks. That's all. And then we are business as fucking usual with Bunny After Dark. Of course, they'll be thrilled with the attention. I've done my homework. They talk about this show all the time. I can't believe there are some people that I don't even know exist who are talking about me on their shows, like saying Jess Machado, and I'm going, who the fuck are you? Who is this person? Deanna, listen to me. Listen. I hear you. Can you do me a favor, please? Can this chat please do me a favor? Can you listen? Listen to me. You cannot just be like, oh, every single day when I turn into Jess Machado's shows, it has to be exactly what I want. If it's not, I'm going to tune out. Can you let me navigate through this fucking petty bullshit war that I have going on with these people and let me do my thing with them? And can you support me in that? Can you not unsub? Can you not turn it off? Can you just let me fucking navigate through? I understand you guys are lost. I understand you got an attitude. I understand. You know what I understand? It's uncomfortable because you don't know what the fuck is going on. It's like a fucking inside joke you know nothing about. It's a bunch of fucking people who are coming in here being rude, some of which that's their shtick. They don't have anything else. So they throw insults, but that's like them being funny. It's a whole satire thing. I more than anybody understand exactly how the chat feels. However, we can't just completely abandon this. There has to be a little bit. Kirk Minahan talked about me on his podcast yesterday. I can't not memorialize that with some sort of conversation or changing my name to Kirk's favorite. How can I have to do that? So tonight, I'm setting it precedent now. We're doing two things. Number one, we are including Kirk's name in the show as much as I can. We're going to make my name Kirk's favorite. I made 2 new emojis if you're members. I said this at the beginning. There's a KMS emoji and there's an emoji with Kirk's face on it because Kirk very explicitly said, keep my fucking name out of your mouth. Keep me out of it. Whatever you say, master. So now, naturally, we are going to do the opposite of that because if Kirk listened to my show ever, which I'm sure he will eventually, nobody fucking tells me what to do. So we're going to do that. Those things don't affect you. You'll just see them just subtly. There's just subtleties in the background. And then the only other thing we're going to do is one of the segments tonight, we are going to rank all of these KMS minifans by looks. I am very curious to see where Menners falls on this. That's it. Caroline, have a great day. And then we have business to do. We have other things to do. We have a fucking show to do. It's Money After Dark. We have crank calls to make. We have Truth or Dare. We have phone calls. We have a lot. We have screens to fucking share. Fuck, we have screens to share. Okay. I would like to keep thoughts on 5150's latest what? I don't go to this girl's shit. Now what? Now what is she doing? We have puppets. Objectify KMS people the way they did to you. Listen, I'm just going to be honest with you. These guys aren't lookers, okay? Like, there's just... Pat Ford looks like he left his headgear at home. So ranking them by looks is just, it's perfect. It's the perfect way to handle these people. Some of these people need to be humbled immediately. Oh, we need a Nan Chop emoji. Okay, Lori, I will work on that. Wait, say it again. I can't see. They shared what did she share? A video of what? Say it again. I can't see. Lauren, yeah. They're in the chat right now. They're listening right now. Everybody listens. Can somebody listen? Can I be honest with you? I'm over 5150. I'm over a video of TB and ex-wife and his daughter crying. Did she release that? Wait, did she release that? Oh my God. I knew he told me about it. uh Is that why there was the spaces that said something about parenting? Did I see that? I don't know who was in it or who started it or whatever. Yeah. So I didn't know. I wasn't paying attention. Very on brand for me. So Aiden knew about that, obviously, because he knows what she has been able to obtain and what she has and all of these things. And so he mentioned that. I talked to him about this before. It's taken her a while to put it out there. This is what I mean. It's actually crazy. She has probably made a spreadsheet of like everything she has on him. And then she has like set a timeline on when she's going to release it. Do you know what I mean? Which is so fucking nuts. So nuts. If you don't like Pat Ford, keep that in mind when I say he did a podcast and his screen name was Meredith 5150. And I just it's very funny. If he only knew that the 5150 originated on Bunny After Dark, but it is what it is. So here's my thing about that video. I have been a parent for 25 years. And if you don't have moments where your children are crying and you're either yelling or being dismissive, then you were not parenting properly. I've learned that there is this is stupid. There's so many different styles of parenting, and every single day when you wake up and you parent your child, you can have the best intentions and you can have a certain way of parenting, but until a situation happens or something is happening, you have absolutely no idea how you're going to handle it. And I would like to think, and I'm not going to say I would like to think, I 100% with certainty know Aiden Carney is a great father. That's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay. I have watched the court system and watched men who are bad fathers be in front of judges. I have friends who have fathers to their children who are bad fathers. Okay. It would be crazy to ever think that Aiden Carney is a bad dad. Second part of that, when you have a divorce or a family separates, this is a disruption in the harmony of your home. And when you have small children, it is the absolute worst. And I would reckon 50% of you know exactly what I'm talking about. And for every person who tells a story, there are 1,000 other stories of how that goes. Okay. I have separated from Julia's dad. And then I separated from Jack and George's dad. I went through 2 separations, okay? 2 failed relationships with fathers of my children. And I am going to tell you that those are very difficult things to navigate through. Very. And it is never bringing out the best of somebody. It is always going to bring out the worst. Your best parenting days are days at the fucking zoo when you got money in your pocket and your kid is enjoying themselves and it's 70-degree weather and you're going to the fucking food court and you're getting fucking ice cream and you're going to see the giraffes and then you're going to the fucking gift shop and your kid gets fucking 3 toys and then your kid falls asleep in the car ride home and then you get home and they take a bath and they go to bed. That is your best fucking parenting day. The worst fucking parenting day is when you and your ex have to share custody and your child doesn't feel comfortable going to daddy's new apartment because she likes her room and the comfort of the home that she shared with her mom and dad. And so she's going to act out. Those are your worst parenting days. When you're trying to say, you know what? Fuck it. She doesn't want to come. Great. And the mother is saying, she doesn't want to go. Great. That's your worst parenting day as opposed to your best parenting day. Meredith O'Neill posting that video to somehow try to paint a picture of him being listen, here's a threshold for what I think is a bad parent, a bad father in a situation like this. I can't even come up with it. You hit your kid. That's it. You hit your fucking kid. You're abusing your kid. You're putting your kid in a fucking bedroom and giving them legal pads and saying you got to write 5,000 sentences about I will remember to wear my glasses every day at school. That's a bad dad. Or you've got to fill 10 fucking legal pads with the sentence, I will clean the kitchen floor properly after dinner. Fuck off. This is all a fucking plot plan to I don't understand how she can't see. There is nothing she posts is going to turn his followers against him. Nothing. If she is as intricate and detailed and maniacal as she seems, she should be looking after every fucking thing she posts. What happens to him? I don't know. He wakes the fuck up. He wakes up and doesn't quit. So what the fuck? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to ruin his relationship? He isn't in one. You're going to ruin his marriage? He doesn't have one. What are you going to do? What is the level that you need to achieve to fucking feel comfortable about, listen, I know him pretty well. Even at his worst, he's going to rebuild mentally. He has the strength and the skill set to do it. It is nothing that can be changed. You cannot stop him. Every single day, he will get through it. So you can continue to do it. You can continue to drip out and breadcrumb all of these fucking things that will temporarily make him feel embarrassed or will temporarily make people pause. We're talking about a guy who was in a relationship fucking a girl who faked an abortion. What? And then she put him in jail. Where are we going with this? How much worse can we get here? Just nothing's going to happen. And the stuff about the kids, I'm surprised, not surprised that she put it out, but I talked about it with him, and I don't associate with people that are bad parents. And I think he's a great dad. Divorce is tough, and it is what it is. Now, I don't know anything about his ex-wife, but I can tell you the personal sacrifice I had to make emotionally to make sure things were a little bit more copacetic with my exes. Some women don't have that in them. I'm not sure. Maybe Julie does. I don't know enough about it. From what I gather, he has no issues with Julie. From what I gather, the problems with Julie were because of Meredith. You know what I mean? Like the situation with the divorce and all that stuff was because of Meredith. And it's not my story to tell, but maybe when we're done with when is the drama-free shit done? When are we going back on the wagon? When is this happen? Wait, off the wagon, on the wagon. When's he falling off the wagon? Is there a live stream scheduled? I just want back to drama, please. Yeah, Julie does sound like an awesome co-parent. She's done it right, man. She's not crazy. She's done it right. Oh, the Wilbur. When is the Wilbur? We're having another Wilbur? The Wilbur is the relapse tour. I'll tell you what. Put it all out, right, Meredith? Put it all out and then watch what happens. You're going to do another Wilbur? Packed again. Sold out again. I have no doubt it'd be sold out again. James Jackson, Jess, what do you think about you and I doing a YouTube presentation? Thank you so much for the offer. I am singularly focused on my show and my brand and what I do and making my bunnies happy and having fun. And it's not serious. And I fear, unfortunately, James, that it would be all of those things. Wilbur probably April, but no date yet. Jimmy came up with the relapse tour name. Jess, are you going Friday night? Oh, Friday, right. Yes, I will be there on Friday. Yes, we have court on Friday. James Jackson says the bunnies love me. So I would say this. If I had to sell the bunnies on a YouTube presentation with you, James, right? I could sell them on it and I know that they would give it a try, but I'm not there for that. So here's the thing. Like I have this really crazy, just a crazy notion, right? That if you shit on me, why? It's not like I have to, you're not a target. Listen, I don't waste my energy on people. I'm a firm believer that the fucking people that come after me and hate me, they ruin themselves. The trash takes itself out. look what happened with Kayla Churchill, right? Within days of her posting that video about me and running it all over and me losing my studio and all of this shit, like, days of people fucking going, oh my God, Jessica, blah, blah, blah. She lost her fucking job. She lost her job because she's stupid, because she works for a Republican state representative. And it's a bad fucking look, Kayla, what you're doing, right? And you're posting while you're on the clock from the state house. And you can't do that, unfortunately. And so I didn't have to do anything. I didn't call anybody. I did nothing. You just sit back and you let people fucking like suffer their own demise. And I don't wish ill will on people like with Grant. I don't really fucking care what Grant does. I don't care if that guy is monetized. I don't care if he gets $1,000 in super chats one night. I don't care. I just don't want anything to fucking do with him. And I'm struggling with this bullshit with like JFK and James Jackson and Ray from Dallas, where, these guys, right, have like shit all over me, or at least been the vessel for others to shit all over me. And so while I don't wish ill will on Ray for Dallas, I don't wish ill will on you, James Jackson or JFK. Why do I have to have that? Like, where's the loyalty to myself? Do you know what I mean? Where is the loyalty to me if I go and listen to a live stream that's got Grant Smith Ellis on it? In an arena, in a world where loyalty is pretty hard to fucking come by. And by the way, in politics, it's the same way. But in this world, in this online world, loyalty is very hard to come by. I see it happen I see it change day to day. I'm loyal to me. I'm loyal to Aiden Carney on principle alone, and I'm loyal to myself. And I'm not going to disrespect myself by interacting with people who have said terrible things about me. You know what I mean? It's not about like other people. It's like, I don't know. You know what? Spend a whole fucking stream talking wonderful fucking shit about me, and then maybe we'll reconsider it. I don't know. But the taste in my mouth is that like people are not so fucking nice to me. So why? Why would I, why? Grant can have many things right last night. I don't fucking care. Who cares? I'm not going to say it again. I watched that guy scramble to get a picture of Aiden Carney at his fucking worst with joy and with pleasure. Fuck that guy. That's why fuck Jen Altman. There it is. Can someone do me a fave? Can someone check how many subscribers I have before I go in the house? Oh my God. We're almost there. Will had Grant and you had on Kate Peter, who is today still trying to destroy TB's life. It is what it is. So the only thing I will say about this, because this is relevant, and I will always acknowledge this when this happens. I thought I was going to provoke out of Kate more and things that would help Aiden's case. I thought that I would be able to navigate through that conversation and get her to say things, or, you know what I mean? And honestly, it was stage fright. And I got to explain this like in another way, but there were like 10,000 people watching, and that was very overwhelming for me. It was my first show. Like, Jessica today is a very different person on the Jess Machado show than Jessica was in August of last year.
and I just didn't get it right. And I will admit it, and I wouldn't do it again. And that's it. That's the only thing I can say. At that time, I was like, I'm going to have an interview with her. I'm going to ask. I had a list of questions coming from a bunch of different sources that were made to provoke her to talk about subject matter. And she dominated the conversation. She was a little off the rails, a little dodgy, a little tweaky. And my biggest fear in the middle of that conversation was, if Kate Peter fucking gets mad and hangs up, I'm going to be embarrassed and I have no backup. I don't know how to fill this space. I wasn't comfortable yet. And so I kind of sucked. And I will take this every time. I deserve this. However, it is what it is. Kate is too smart to let you provoke her. Possibly. Possibly. What does this say? Fumble, stumble, run, win? I thought I could help with my backup account, but already subbed there. I don't know what that means. I think most of us don't give a shit about Kate Peters' interview. No, it's a good point. I like when people remind me of that. I will never forget what Randy Rand and the Junkie Bunch tried to do to TB, taking shots at him when he was at his worst time, being dragged. They some hoes. I have to go back and say that in a different way. I will never forget what Randy Rand and the Junkie Bunch tried doing to TB, taking shots at him when he at his worst time, being dragged. They some hoes. Can we go get TT? No, TT is working. Jess, if you meet me on Friday, I hope you have a different outlook of me. We met, James, at the trial. I saw you there several days, didn't I? I thought I did. I'm so happy for you, Jess. Thank you, Claire Elizabeth. What's the weather for Friday? I don't want to I don't want to be cold. It's 100 to 10,000. No, it's definitely less than that. I think I only needed 40 to get to. Hold on, I'm going to go look right now. Hold on. Oh my God, bring the fur. Son of a bitch. That's it. I have to bring the fur. Who's going to hold it in the courthouse though? Press box is small. Oh my God. I'm going to have to wear the fur. Hold on. Can I toggle over? I want to go see something. Stand by. James will hold the fur. We're at 9996, everybody. We have 4 away. Looks like we're going to have a little 10K celebration tonight on Bunny After Dark, aren't we? Holy shit. Wait, we have to do something special for 10K. I don't know. I think that's just kind of hitting me, but that's okay. I will try not to gloat about that. We can't do it now. I'm not wearing a bra. We can't celebrate 10K right. Just come back to Bunny After Dark tonight. It says 9999. Yeah, it's 4. I know it's at Suffolk Superior. Ugh, the worst. The worst. James, can you cradle my nutsack? All right, so we are almost at 2 hours in. We're going to end. We're going to come back tonight for what could be our 10,000 subscriber episode of Bunny After Dark. I'm actually just a little overwhelmed with that, just so you know. Fucking Bunny After Dark. I can't believe it. Wait, does it show it? Screenshot it for me. Is it 10? Hold on. I gotta go look. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay. 10K on 24 on 24 on Wednesday of Bunny After Dark. We did 10,000 subscribers. We did it, Tommy. We did it, Tommy. I'm actually glad it happened here. I'm glad. Hi. Very poignant, very important. We hit 10,000 subscribers today, this morning at 9:30. I wanted to turn the camera on even though I look like crap, but there's, when you're like this and this feels a certain way. This feels a certain way right now. It feels a certain way. Right? Right? We did it with Pyrex and crash outs and meltdowns and trauma and talking about stepdads. We got 10,000 subscribers. I want to cry, but I know somebody's going to clip it and be like, look at this bitch crying over 10K, but also fuck you. I have to go back. But on the day that I lost my studio, I screenshotted how many followers. Okay. If it is you, if you have a goal, I promise you, if you only focus on yourself and the competition is you against you, and not about anybody else, and you genuinely close out that stuff, and you don't look at what other people are doing, and you don't look at their numbers, and you look at your numbers, and you say, I want to beat what I did yesterday. I want to beat what I did last week. I want to beat what I did this month. And you just fucking fake it until you make it. You can do it. Like, I promise you, you can do it. This is 10,000. Listen, 10,000 subscribers isn't a big deal to a lot of people. This is translated into a career for me. I don't know how long it's going to last, but it's allowed me to do some wonderful things. And more than anything, it is giving me work-life balance that I desperately, desperately wanted my whole life. And I work really hard at it. So I'm super happy, and I'm very grateful and thankful, because somebody said something last night, like, oh, you care about subscribers. But like, to me, what subscribers mean is like people are happy giving their time to watch what I say and what I talk about. The subscribers means like happy people. It means well-fed people. It means people are being cared for and nurtured. They're being entertained. They're like given things that they want. Like, subscribers means cared for. Cared for people who reciprocate that by subscribing. It's not a number to me. It means that behind that 10,000, there's 10,000 people that actually listen to what I want to say, where for years people would shut me down and tell me that I sucked. People would say that nobody wants to listen to you. People would block me from social media so that I couldn't give my opinion and influence people. So subscribers to me is validation. It's all of that. It's a huge thing for me to just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And wrongfully, to a lot of people, I blindly just think that I'm better than what everybody says. I blindly like approach my life where I go, I'm not a bitch. I'm not a cunt. I'm not fat. I'm not any of those things. I just fucking fake it. I'm like, I'm none of those things. I look in the mirror and I see somebody who I absolutely fucking think is the best thing ever. And I don't look back at the mirror for the rest of the day. I leave the house. I start my day. I'm talking mentally and metaphorically. Like, I look and I go, I'm very happy with that. And that's it. And I don't go back and look. I just go with it. And I do what I want, and I don't let people tell me what to do. So we did it. And also, by the way, like, I see super chats are going there. I can't see them though. You know that. I'm sorry. We'll come back to them and we'll replay them tonight because we can share screens. But like, even just sharing or commenting or engaging in the chat, sharing a post, taking a screenshot of something somewhere and sending it to me so then I can talk about it. Everybody has in some way contributed to 10,000 subscribers here. And I know it's not as many as everybody else, but to hit this in just under 6 months, to last month have earned 10K. And by the way, in January, we have a couple of days left. We're going to hit that same number this month. It's great. It's great. So I'm really excited. So we should celebrate tonight. We should get some champagne. Should we get some champagne? We're gonna go get champagne. Let's go get those big stupid fucking balloons that say like 10,000. Let's go to the party store and let's go get those big balloons. We've got to decorate. We have to decorate. We have to make a couple calls and see if we can get a special guests. We have work to do. So I just want to turn the camera on, celebrate this moment in real time with all of you guys. I've wanted that for a really long time. Now it's on to 25,000, just so you know. From 10 to 25, that's where we're at. Fuck all of you. Okay, we gotta go. I'm very thankful for all of you. I'm glad you're here for this. This is fun. This is fun. Fuck, this is so much fun. It's great. Yeah, let's go get some champagne. Let's go get some big balloons that say 10K. Let us shove it down the throat of every fucking hater out there. Oh, there's somebody shoveling. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean you. And it's 2 hours. This is good. We got to keep this to a reasonable amount of time. We'll be back tonight for Bunny After Dark, celebrating, shit talking, and doing what we do every single solitary week. I want to say thanks. I don't know how I could say it in a more genuine way. I'm very thankful and grateful because of what we've done here and what you guys continue to do. A special shout out to my mods, True Crime Girl, Cyber Chick, Lauren, also Funeral Lady, who is monitoring and cultivating our Facebook chat. You have helped like kind of deepen the community bond that we're building here, and that's a very important part of that. And so I celebrate with them as well. So, okay. All right. We'll see you tonight at 7:00 promptly for Bunny After Dark. Have a great day, besties.